Welcome to Classic Game Room. I'm from the 70s, I love the 70s, and I dig disco, which is why I'm totally psyched to play Disco Fever Pinball from Williams. But it doesn't play disco, so you have to make it up in your head as you go along.
Disco Fever answers the age-old question, what do disco and bananas have in common? And unless it's some drug reference I just don't get, this pinball machine is it. Disco Fever with the banana flippers, which makes gameplay erratic at best. Kind of a failed experiment, but you've got to give the designers credit. It's a great looking pinball machine that captures the spirit of disco without the music.
I'm singing Boogeyman in my head from KC and the Sunshine Band, but I don't have the rights to play the music, so you just gotta play it along. It doesn't play any music. How do you have a disco pinball machine without music? Listen to the sound it makes. It's like Robotron.
A disco pinball machine without music is like a pancake breakfast without flavor. It leaves you disappointed and wanting more and doesn't make any sense. Also, what's up with the banana flippers? Curved flippers that makes aiming your shots nearly impossible.
Strange flippers. Look at these things. They're curved. Which is not normal, because if you look at Solar Fire over here, you see they're straight. But on Disco Fever, they're curved because they've done so much cocaine that I have nowhere to go with that.
My point exactly. Presumably this machine was intended to be played in noisy discos surrounded by music and drunk high patrons who would be enthralled by these crazy curved flippers. Somebody turn up the Bee Gees.
Dude, these banana flippers are friggin' weird. Nothing goes where you aim it.
And maybe that's for the best, because there's not a whole lot to aim at anyway. Disco Fever is remarkably boring. Talk about a missed opportunity.
Get up there. So you want to hit this thing a lot, and this thing because they light disco, and then you hit these drop targets to light fever, hence Disco Fever. I like his hot pants. Those are pretty cool. Check this out. He's also got flames. See, this chick back here looks like she's having a good time, and she's wearing a bumper. Look at that. It's on her head, like a hat.
Disco Fever was released in 1978, a year after the film Saturday Night Fever, so the resemblance between John Travolta and the guy on the table is probably not coincidental. And like Saturday Night Fever, it's not that good, it's just memorable because it's cool.
Truth be told, it's not that exciting of a pinball machine, except for the awesome styling and the banana flippers, which do make it different. And really unpredictable. Not as unpredictable as Orbiter 1. Still unpredictable. I just wish it played disco.
Disco Fever is a super cool pinball machine, even if it's not really all that good.
Yes, yes! Disco Fever with the banana flippers. You know, they're high in potassium. That was awful. That was terrible. Terrible. I'm most certainly cutting that out in editing. Nobody will ever see that.
It's like spending a night on Disco Mountain. You have to try it at least once. So do the hustle over to your local discotheque. Wait, what year is this?
Hit the thing.
A big thanks to my friends at the Papa World Headquarters Professional and Amateur Pinball Association, which maintains this classic pinball machine. It's always a good time for disco, and occasionally a good time for Disco Fever. Pinball.
How do I get the coked up multi-ball? What do the banana flippers have to do with disco specifically? Like, why would Disco Fever have banana flippers and not something else? Anyone? Disco and bananas? I go bananas for disco.